Life is not simply a sequence of logical decisions. You are not a machine programmed to move in a straight line towards success. You are a deeply emotional being, and your emotions, anger, sadness, excitement, fear, are powerful forces that influence everything you do. But here's the problem. Most people are at war with their own emotions. They suppress them, avoid them, or worse, let them take complete control. Neither extreme is productive. The real path to success, to fulfillment, to meaning is learning to use your emotions, not be used by them. Think about anger. Most people believe anger is dangerous, something to be eliminated. And yes, uncontrolled anger can destroy relationships, ruin opportunities, and lead to devastating consequences. But anger is also the emotion that fuels revolutions. It's the force that compels you to stand up for yourself, to refuse mediocrity, to push back against injustice. The problem isn't anger itself, it's what you do with it. Do you let it turn you into a victim, lashing out at the world, or do you channel it into focused energy, pushing yourself to be better, to work harder, to change what needs to be changed? People often treat emotions like enemies, something to fight against, something to suppress, something that gets in the way of logic and success. But emotions aren't here to destroy you. They exist to inform you. They are data, signals, messages from the deepest parts of your mind trying to tell you something important. The problem isn't that you feel. The problem is that you've never been taught how to listen. Think about it. When you're angry, it's not just random chaos inside you. It's an alert. It's telling you something isn't right, that a boundary has been crossed, that something needs to change. When you're anxious, it's your mind preparing for a challenge, telling you to pay attention, to be ready. When you're sad, it's a sign that something meaningful has been lost, that you need to reflect, to heal, to realign yourself with what truly matters. Every emotion carries information, but if you ignore it, suppress it, or fear it, you lose the lesson. What if instead of running from your emotions, you started analyzing them? What if instead of letting them overwhelm you, you asked, what is this trying to tell me? What action should I take? That shift in perspective changes everything. Because emotions don't exist to make you weak. They exist to make you aware. And awareness, that's the first step to power. Controlling your emotions doesn't mean shutting them down. It doesn't mean pretending you don't feel anger, fear, sadness, or frustration. Suppression is weakness. It's avoidance. And avoidance doesn't solve anything. It just pushes the problem deeper until it explodes at the worst possible moment. True strength comes from mastery. The ability to feel every emotion fully but remain in control of how you respond. Imagine a storm. If you're caught in one, you can't stop the wind, the rain, or the chaos around you. But you can prepare. You can build shelter. You can navigate through it without losing yourself to fear. Your emotions are the same. When anger rises, don't shove it down, direct it. Use it as fuel to set boundaries, to stand up for yourself, to push harder where it matters. When fear grips you, don't let it freeze you. Listen to it. Let it sharpen your focus, drive you to prepare, push you beyond what you thought was possible. Mastery means recognizing emotions for what they are, powerful forces that can either build or destroy depending on how you use them. Weakness is letting emotions control you. Strength is taking that energy and turning it into something productive. Every great leader, every high achiever, every person who has ever changed the world, they felt everything, but they refused to be ruled by it. And that's the difference between those who stay stuck and those who rise. Most people see anger, fear, and sadness as signs of weakness, something to avoid, suppress, or escape from. But what if these emotions weren't obstacles? What if they were the very thing you needed to grow? The difference between those who succeed and those who stay stuck isn't that successful people don't feel negative emotions, it's that they use them. They take what most people run from and turn it into fuel. Anger is powerful. It can destroy, but it can also build. It's the fire that pushes you to demand more from life, to break free from limits, to prove to yourself and the world that you will not settle. but only if you control it. Let it drive you, not consume you. Let it push you forward, not pull you down. Fear, it's not a wall, it's a signal. It tells you where the real challenges are, where the real growth is. Fear means you're standing at the edge of something important. Step into it, walk through it. Because everything you want is on the other side. And sadness, it's not the end, it's the beginning of wisdom. It teaches you what matters. It forces you to reflect, to change, to become stronger. The pain you feel today can either break you or transform you. The choice is yours. Use it. Don't let these emotions control you. Control them. Shape them. Turn them into the force that moves you forward instead of the weight that holds you back. Because the strongest people, they don't avoid struggle. They build from it. Some people live entirely by logic, dismissing emotions as irrational distractions. Others are ruled by their feelings, making impulsive decisions that lead to chaos. Neither extreme leads to a fulfilled or successful life. The key is balance. Rationality gives you structure, direction, and clarity. But without emotion, life becomes empty. Cold calculations without meaning. Emotion gives you passion, purpose, and connection, but without rationality, it can spiral into self-destruction. You need both. Imagine a great warrior. They don't rush into battle blinded by rage, nor do they hesitate endlessly paralyzed by overthinking. They feel deeply, but they also think clearly. They channel emotion into action, but filter it through wisdom. That's mastery. When something angers you, don't lash out, analyze it. When fear grips you, don't retreat, strategize. When sadness weighs you down, don't drown in it. Learn from it. Your emotions should guide you, not control you. Your logic should lead you, not disconnect you. Life is not about suppressing one side or overindulging the other. It's about integrating them. Feel everything, but think through everything. Let your emotions inspire action, but let your mind ensure it's the right action. Those who master this balance become unshakable. They are not slaves to their impulses, nor are they numb to the world. They are in control of their mind, their heart, and their destiny. Success isn't just about intelligence, talent, or hard work. It's about emotional maturity, the ability to control how you react, to manage your emotions under pressure, to stay focused when everything feels overwhelming. That's what separates those who rise from those who stay stuck. Emotional maturity means recognizing that life isn't fair. People will disappoint you and obstacles will come. But instead of breaking down, instead of blaming the world, you take responsibility. You adapt. You grow. The most successful people in the world don't let emotions dictate their actions. They use them as tools. They don't explode in anger. They channel it into discipline. They don't let fear stop them. They use it to prepare, to sharpen their skills. They don't drown in sadness. They learn from it. They build resilience. They turn pain into wisdom. Weakness is reacting impulsively. Strength is choosing how to respond. When you develop emotional maturity, you become unshakable. You no longer waste energy on things you can't control. You stop looking for excuses and start looking for solutions. You stop being a victim of your emotions and start being the master of them. That's where real power is. That's where success begins. The ones who win in life aren't the ones who feel the least. They're the ones who control their emotions the most. Sadness, people want to avoid it at all costs. They numb themselves with distractions, substances, entertainment, anything to not feel. But sadness, when embraced, leads to growth. It forces self-reflection. It deepens your understanding of yourself and others. It connects you to meaning. The people who run from sadness never develop true resilience because they never face the parts of themselves that need to heal. You have to stop fighting your emotions and start understanding them. They are not random bursts of chaos designed to throw you off course. They are signals guiding you towards something important. Instead of reacting impulsively, pause, ask yourself, what is this emotion trying to tell me? How can I use it to my advantage? The ability to step back, analyze, and direct your emotions toward a purpose, That is what separates those who build great lives from those who remain trapped in their own dysfunction. If you want to be successful, if you want to create something meaningful, if you want to be someone who matters, you must master your emotions. Not by suppressing them, not by letting them control you, but by integrating them into your life as tools for growth. Your emotions can be your greatest asset or your greatest weakness. The choice is yours.